Hi, friends. It is good to be back with you. This is my first eNews since the sabbatical, and so I say it's good to be home. And this first week and the past Sunday have been wonderful. So good to see you all. I've missed you. I will share more about our time away in little bits and pieces here or there. But suffice it to say that, boy, I missed you, and I'm so glad to be back home with the family. I wanted to take the first opportunity to say thank you to all of those folks who stepped up and in over these past 3 months to not just maintain, but allow the ministry of Christ here to thrive. Truly, what a blessing. God is so faithful and has provided many talented and gifted men and women here at Elf and Wild Church. Countless people who are doing things that no one has any idea about. But I did want to highlight just one in particular and call out Rick Methvin with a great big thank you and thanks be to God for him. For a young man in his situation, he took on quite a bit in these last 3 months. And he handled all the responsibility with grace and humility and confidence in the Lord, not necessarily himself. And that showed. I was able to watch worship every Sunday online and enjoyed being with you that way. But just also hearing how he handled things here. It's no small task. Very few people know all that goes on in a church ministry. So thanks be to God for Rick. If you would be sure to affirm him, write him a note, send him a text. He goes back to seminary here in a week or two and will continue his studies. But I think I can speak for most of us, if not all of us, that his experience these last 3 months has served to confirm, from my standpoint, that God has indeed called him to be a minister of word and sacrament, to share in the ministry of the gospel. And so what a joyful thing to be able to do, to affirm and celebrate his call. We look forward to him continuing to be here, but not as full-time since he has classes. But I also want to include the other staff and other folks as well, and just say thank you. It's really, really good to be back. Van and I were able to go visit some kids who were out of town. We were able to rest. We took a week seminar down at the Cove, which is Billy Graham's training center. Van spent quite a bit of time with her sister dealing with their father's estate since he passed in March. So there were a lot of things that went into this summer. I'm just so glad to be back with you. I wanted to follow up from the sermon on Sunday when we talked about mercy and God's mercy, and what it means to be a people of mercy. And I wanted to read from 1 Peter chapter 2. And this is what Peter says, to the church. And in this context, I want to remind us that the church in the early days was scattered for fear of persecution. They fled Jerusalem. They were all out. They didn't necessarily have the strong community of support that you and I take for granted here. But this is what Peter said to the believers. You are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people belonging to God, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. Once you were not a people, but now you are the people of God. Once you had not received mercy, but now you have received mercy. Dear friends, I urge you as aliens and strangers in the world to abstain from sinful desires which war against your soul. Live such good lives among the pagans that though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits us. So I just want to encourage each one of us and all of us together to live as God's chosen people, as people of mercy. And as I mentioned this past Sunday, and we'll pick up again this coming Sunday, I really believe that humility is a significant part of being like Jesus and of receiving God's mercy. That we have not earned his love. We don't deserve his grace. It is all a gift from him. None of us can boast, nor should we be proud or arrogant about who we are or who we're becoming. That all the glory goes to God. So, when we do good works, let's be sure to deflect any praise that might be given to us and shine the light on our Creator and our Redeemer. And lift up the name of Christ and remind people that we are simply sinners saved by grace. Once we were not a people of mercy, but now we have received mercy, and we live in that mercy. Thanks be to God. I do look forward to seeing you as we get back, as the program year starts. Please check this eNews and all of the website for the programs that are kicking off. There's a lot happening. I wouldn't want you to miss it, but I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.